Good morning. Good morning. Let me make sure I hit all the buttons, right? Good morning. I am Tony from Cut Up and Sew, and this is Cut Up and Sew. What's up? I am the producer. This is not my show, but today it is. So Josh and Kim are still out in St. Louis with Baby Lock Tech. They've got another day of fun training going on. If you haven't been paying attention, we've been posting some videos and some pictures from there. And Joanne is not feeling well and under the weather a little bit. So hope Joanne, if you're watching, you're going to feel well today and have a better week. So guess what? That's me. Here I am. I'm here to entertain you. So please don't go. I do have stuff to share. I do have some stuff to share. It's all good. So come on in and say good morning. I would love to see who is on and engaging. Good morning, Marilyn. Good morning, Tammy. Good to see you guys this morning. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a Monday. It's a Monday. I forgot my phone. I'm doing the show by myself. I've been here for a while. It's a Monday. But this is going to be great. We're going to get through this, and then I can go home and sew and work all day. So anyway, so good morning, everybody. Good morning, Joyce. Um, Thanks, Tammy. I need the rah-rahs. I need like pom-poms for cheering. So let's just start at the top. I do have my handy-dandy list of things to discuss with you. I even have some fun questions. Who wants to play along with some fun questions? Just to kind of keep you guys talking to me because I have nobody to talk to on either side. So I'm going to talk to you all. I found this question. And I thought, this would be a good one to start. What is your first completed project you made? And do you still have it? Do you still have it? So I'll share first. My first completed project was a quilt. Actually, I've done clothing too, so I can't say it was a quilt. So I'm going to start with quilting. Sewing garments I've been doing longer than quilting. But sewing my first quilt was 94. And I made it for my child, and I know I don't have it because I gave it to her when she left the house, and we've repaired it many times. So that's my answer. What's your answer? Share in the comments below your first project that you completed, and do you still have it? Are you still using it, or did you pass it on as well? Most of us tend to give things away, I would think, but unless it's garments, then you don't. You'll leave them in the closet for 20, 30 years. So good morning, Louise, Sherry, Deanna, Maria, Cindy. Look, everybody's on. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, this morning. Cindy says, dog clothes, age of 6. Wow. I bet you had lots of dog clothes. You just kept making them, huh? Deanna says she has a lap quilt. And attic windows. That's one I have not made yet, Deanna. That's going to be a challenge for me to do. Well, not a challenge, but I mean, I can do it. I've never made one before. So great. Thank you so much for sharing. Keep sharing. So share your first project, and do you still have it? Just so we can have some conversation today. All right, so let's get going. So I'm excited to say, Sherry, you might have to put the number in the comments because I don't have my phone, so I don't have the note that you told me how many we have. I think we have at least 160 pillowcases. Woohoo! We jumped big time. So last week, I think we had 83, which we didn't have an increase of numbers last week. And then Sherry tells me Saturday that we're moving up. We have over 100. We're actually over 150. I can't remember the exact number. So Sherry, if you don't mind popping that in there. But that means our thermometer, our pillowcase drive for 1,000 pillowcases before the end of September is moving up. So that's exciting. I'm going to take a picture later when I have my camera, when I have my phone, and I'll post that on Facebook as well. So, and again, don't forget, September 27th, we're doing a sew-in charity party for Ryan's Case for Smiles. Please sign up. It will fill up. And you can come in and sew and just be part of a community making pillowcases. So we want to hit that 1,000 donation pillowcases from Cut Up and Sew this year because we're going to, Josh challenged us. So we got to do it. If he says so, we do it. Well, you don't have to. We appreciate you doing it, but we're going to make a good effort for it. So that is September 27th. It is in Palm Coast. So just go to our cutupandsew.com website, click on Palm Coast classes and sign up. It's free, but you just need to sign up so we have enough seats. Look at you. Y'all, thank you so much for engaging. So we have a skirt and a jacket. We have a dress. We have a lot of garment sewers or people that started as garment sewers and then became quilters. So 160. Yes. We have 160 pillowcases. So we are almost 80%. We're at 20% almost. So we need a couple more. So come on in, bring them in. If you don't have a pattern, you need one, you can go to our Facebook group, the Cut Up and Sew Crew. And I've pinned it. I pinned Sherry's post to the top of the group. So you should be able to find the pattern or come in here, come into Palm Coast, and we have patterns printed out. Sherry dropped them off and leaves them on top of her donation box. So very exciting, very exciting. Good morning, Miss Nancy. So the question I'm asking everybody, what was your very first sewing project, either a quilt or a garment or whatever, and do you still have it? Do you still have it? Make sure you pop that answers in the comments. Oh, hey, Joanne. I hope you're feeling better. Hopefully you're home and you're feeling better. So you owe me. That's all I'm gonna say. You owe me, friend. So let's see, make sure I missed anybody else's sharing. Everybody's sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. I do have a second question, but I want to know everybody's first project and if you still own it. So the next thing on my list is Quilt Fest. So we all know Quilt Fest. Well, if you don't know, now you know. Quilt Fest is our Jacksonville Guild's quilt show. They do it every year. We attend every year. We have, I think, 6 booths. Or if you ask Josh, we have 3,000 booths up in Jacksonville because we're taking over. That's what he likes to say. We're taking over. So we are selling tickets for Quilt Fest. If you didn't know, they are $14 if you are a senior discount or military discount, and they are $15 for general admission. Our tickets are for one day only, so if you want to go to all 3 days, you have to purchase 3 tickets. We take cash or check only, so you gotta keep saying that, cash or check only, because this does not go through our registers. It goes directly to Quilt Fest, yeah, we have them in Palm Coast and St. Augustine. And don't forget during this week, on the 14th and 15th, we have the Angie and DJ from Five Little Monkeys coming. We still have openings in the VIP event on Sunday, which runs from 12 to 4, where they're going to talk about all things Quilter Select. She's going to do some show and tell, and she's going to talk about different products from Quilter Select besides just the rulers. And then Josh has got some big things that he wants to share with the VIPs that come to that. There's a few spots left in that, but I do know the Dynamic Dresden is full, but you can use the wait list, which is so important. We're getting to that time where our classes fill up. So use the wait list so we know we can call you if someone cancels out the last minute. And it happens every time. So make sure you are signing up for the wait list if that's something that interests you. Oh, Kitty says she made a poodle skirt in high school. Kitty, was that try to be delicate? Was that for a costume or you're a seasoned sewer? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to be delicate, but that's really cool. I never made one. I just bought it and used it as a costume, but I don't know, Kitty. You have to share with me. And Joanne says she made a corduroy jumper, a green corduroy jumper, wore it out. Hey, that means you kept it. That means you kept it. And then Jody says a smock in 7th grade home ec class. Long gone. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of my garments are long gone as well, but my quilts are not. They stay around forever. All right, so we've talked about Quilt Fest, check. We've talked about Five Little Monkeys, check. Now let's talk about Nina. Nina. That's what I have on my name. Nina. Anyway, sorry. See what happens when I'm by myself? I try to make myself laugh. And you guys are like, oh, this is too much. You need to stop. Okay, I'll stop. So Nina is coming again. We haven't had her. She did come in January. But a year before that, she hasn't been here for like four sessions. So the first session is October 22nd. She's going to do a thread lecture. Highly encourage you to come learn all sorts of things about thread. Now, while she is a Wonderfil ambassador, she actually talks about all thread because she uses all thread. So, from your hand thread, like your thinner threads, like your applique threads that are like 180, she actually does free motion quilting with 80 and 100 weight thread, which blows my mind. But she's going to talk about all the different styles of thread, how to use them, what not to use them for, what to use them for. She's a wealth of information. She says, bring your thread bucket, bring a basket that has all thread in it, and she'll walk you through some of them. And what's really cool is I don't have a lot of thread. I have just cotton. Come and see what other people bring, and you're going to learn from that. That's the best part of it. You're learning from somebody else's questions and stuff they're sharing. So that is on a Wednesday evening, I think October 22nd. And then October 23rd, all day, we're going to do foundation paper piecing. So the first thing you see, and you think, whoa, that's intense. It is not. It is a beginner paper piecing class. It's very basic. It's really pretty. This is her pattern. So you can't get this unless you take the class. I think somebody asked, last week if they could get the pattern. I bet you if you come in on the 23rd and talk to Nina, talk to her really nice, I'm sure she'll share it with you because she's that kind of person. She gives so much. So that's the one class she's doing. So say you've taken paper piecing basics from Karen or from me or from another teacher. It doesn't hurt to take another one to see what different styles and techniques they are, because that way you can learn what fits your personality and your style of sewing or quilting. So I encourage you to look into that. And then the second class, which will be a Friday. Hey, there's Josh. Good morning from Baby Lock Tech. We will be going live at some point today. Woohoo! You can always jump in right now. I'm just saying. I don't know. You can always jump in. Anyway, Nina's coming Friday on October 24th. She is going to show you how to take an older quilt. You can make a new quilt. I encourage you to go to the thrift store, buy something for 15 bucks, cut it apart, test out the process, then make your own quilt to make it works. And she'll talk about that. She'll talk about how to plan a quilt for you to cut it out. But you do need a quilt. You do need at least, I think it is 2.5 yards of a quilted fabric or a quilt that's like a twin size to put this together. And it looks like, well, that's pretty plain Jane. It's not. Because you can adapt and adjust this jacket to yourself. You can make it shorter. You can have no sleeves. You can have a different collar. You can have a hood. That's what this is here. And you can't really see it, but she actually has inset pockets here as well, which is kind of cool. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this particular pattern. It is part of the class. And Nina's going to walk you through that all-day class. So that is Friday, October the 24th. And then we've had requests for this, so we're bringing her back because Nina is amazing with ruler work. So she's going to be teaching her beginner ruler work again. We haven't had it in over a year. Great class to learn the basics on how to set your machine up. I think the hardest part with ruler work is setting your machine up, making sure the stitches look good, making sure you have the right foot on, knowing how to put it up against the ruler and work within that. Takes a little bit of practice. So I encourage you to come to this class as well. And what's really cool with all Nina's classes, they come with a little fun bag that says her name on it and has the kit's pieces in it. Like the paper piecing will have the paper. This one will have the pattern and a couple other things. And then this one will have a special ruler that only you can get from Nina. So anyway, check out Nina. She's coming in October from the 22nd to the 25th. And she's got lots of fun things to share. So, and wow, she's listing everything. Skirt and blouse in 1958, and then baby quilts too in 1982. Wow, you still have one of those baby quilts? That's pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressed by that. All right, just making sure I'm not missing any comments. Thank you so much for sharing. So if you're wondering what's going on in the comments, they're sharing their very first project and if they still have it. And you know, since a lot of you guys have been sewing as long as I have, if not longer, you don't have it anymore. I get that. I don't have much of my stuff anymore except quilts. Quilts, they stick around unless I give away. I do give away a lot of my quilts. All right, so our next thing I want to talk about a little bit is Baby Lock Tech. So Josh and Kim are in Baby Lock Tech. And if you've noticed, they've been posting some fun pictures and videos in our stories on Facebook and Instagram. And then I want to kind of share, you know, I know Josh talked about it a little bit last week. We were kind of rushing because last week got a little long. But this week, I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference of the 4 different machines that we have new coming from Baby Lock Tech. I know Josh has ordered some of them, so you get to see them in person when they come in over the next couple of weeks. And I have a feeling Josh is probably going to do a special event. I don't know when or how. Maybe he'll do as part of the VIP for 5 Little Monkeys. I don't know, but he's going to do something that kind of showcases and talks about each one of these new machines. So the first one up is Anthem Quilting and Sewing Machine. It is an Expanse. So it's I want to say it's comparable to the Course. Don't quote me. I'm just going on what is I pulled off the website. That's because I don't know what's that. I'm not there, right? It is got an expanse of 11.25-inch workspace, a built-in stitch sink regulator. I missed that. It has a stitch regulator built into it. Now that's pretty darn cool because right now, currently the only Baby Lock machine that has a stitch regulator built into it is the radiance. So that's really cool. The Anthem gives you space and support to take on larger quilts with ease, whether you're piecing, basting, free motion. It keeps your stitches smooth and creativity flowing from start to finish. Again, took it from the website. I didn't make any of that up. So that's really cool. I didn't realize there was a stitch regulator. So that's really cool. If you want something, you want a machine that has a stitch regulator, but you wanted a price point that's more fits for your budget. Christmas is coming. Just saying, Christmas is coming. The next one up is Reflection embroidery machine. So this is an embroidery only machine. It's made for those who love to embroider, from detailed monograms to bold frame filled designs with larger hoop size. I didn't get the hoop size on here. Remote progress monitoring. I don't know what that means, but that'd be really cool. Like if you're in the living room watching TV and you want to check on your phone what your embroidery machine is doing. I don't know. Just I'm imagining. Okay, we're gonna imagine together what that means. And freedom to stitch bigger projects beautifully and stay in control from wherever you are. Interesting. So I do know he ordered both of those machines coming in. Then we have the Splendor 8-thread serger. I don't know nothing about this, so I'm going to read again what the website says. The Splendor is perfect for the next step of sewists ready to go beyond the basic serging. With easy air threading, we love the easy air threading, and versatile stitch options, it helps you finish garments, quilts, home decor, and more with professional finish that all your projects deserve. Don't you love good marketing? I can't make this stuff up. I have to read it from someplace because I would not have said that. And then the fourth machine that Baby Lock is releasing this at Baby Lock Tech is Venture 2. And it is the 10 thread big embroidery, industrial embroidery machine. So I don't know if we're getting that one in, but if that's something that interests you, let us know. We will work with you and talk to you and share you all the great things about it. Wow. 4 machines. Wow, that's amazing. So I can't wait to see more. They're still going through training and classes today. So Kim and Josh will be sharing pictures and some videos. Hopefully they'll go live. That'll be a lot of fun. So, and just keeping in the theme of Baby Lock Tech, also till the end of this month, if you still want that radiance, we have 0% financing. So just call and come in and we can work with you and get you set up. Either locations has Baby Lock. So you can go to St. Augustine or Palm Coast. We're here to help you find your next machine. All right. Good morning, Janice. Good morning, Teresa. So Janice and Teresa, if you and anybody else who's joining us, I have a question for you. And that's what you see on the comments is, what was your first project? And do you still happen to own it? Or did you give it away? Just a couple other things that's going on. Bernina's Bundle of Joy event. So there's a lot of bundle packages right now that include extras up to $1,500 extra bonus stuff like thread. I don't know what else. Like bags, all sorts of stuff. So check that out. We have the flyers here. We can work with you on that. And same with Janome. Janome has treasure tables, trolley, and trimmers. Say that 5 times fast. Tables, trolleys, and trimmers. I'm not sure what trimmers mean, but I put a fun video in our stories from Janome's website, and that kind of gives you an idea what it is. So check that out. Okay, the next thing I have on my list is Ramble. I do not have a sample. I am working diligently to get it finished because I want it done so we can get it quilted and hang it at Jacksonville's quilt show. But just to remind you, it is a block of the month that is kicking off in January through the shop. We have very limited seats left, or spots left, I should say. We've changed the price because originally the original pricing was higher than what the actual pricing became. So we are doing it $29.99 a month. It doesn't start until January, so we wouldn't charge you till then. You do have to pay a $25 deposit for now. That holds it in, and it's non-refundable. So just keep that in mind. And I think I have it set up for the 15th of every month. I have to look and see what I have in the system. Every month you get charged. You can come and pick it up, or we will ship. Now, you will have to probably pay for shipping, and every month it'll give you the options of how you want it shipped. So just something to keep in mind. It includes a pattern, 18 yards of fabric, a sew along. So Tara Fanon, just Tara F, the designer of the pattern for this ramble, is doing a monthly sew along where she's going to talk about the kit you should get. Excuse me, and how to stitch it and be accurate, because it is a challenge. This is definitely not a beginner project. If you're a beginner, can you do it? Sure you can. I've seen beginners start with harder projects, but just keep your mind, if you're a beginner and you're not sure, you want to wait, this might not be for you. But if you're intermediate and you're I would call it a confident beginner, you know your 1/4 inch, you know how to press, you know how to cut accurately, and you feel confident in those 3 things, you can do this. This is definitely a skill builder project. Let me tell you, I have been quilting almost 30 years. This is a skill building project. It's been fun, but also challenging. Oh, snuck in there. He snuck in there.
I didn't know what was going to happen. Sorry to interrupt. I thought you were going to have to let me come in. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I think it's great. That's called pure reaction.
Yeah, that was amazing. So I'm actually hiding outside of this little teeny courtyard because we're about to walk into class. I just wanted to know, first of all, hi, everybody. Good morning from Baby Lock Tech. What would be the best time for us to go live this afternoon? You think like a after work sort of thing, like around 6 o'clock your time?
That's 5 o'clock your time, right?
5 o'clock our time. That's when the classes end and things. So it's kind of crazy throughout the day. So I just wanted to know your opinion, say good morning to everybody, and see if anybody else had an opinion.
They all have opinions.
I'd love to hear them.
That's right. And look at everyone's sharing their projects. I'm excited. Thank you guys for responding that way too.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, all right, I'm literally just going to jump off because I'm going to have to go into class, but I didn't think this was going to happen like this. So, good morning. Fantastic.
It worked out right. So it's
all
all
right.
good.
Now let's see if I can figure out how to leave. So,
I can do that. I can boot you out. Watch this. All right, there he goes. He's laughing. I can still see him. Anyway, that was fun. So Josh was asking when was a good time for him to come live with Kim and from Baby Lock Tech. I think what they can do is walk around the floor so you guys can see exactly what's going on there. So he was thinking of 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock our time. So if 6 is a good time, just pop it in there. And if not, guess what? You always watch it on replay. Always watch it on replay. So it's great. He's excited too. I know Becca that him and Kim have been having a good time taking some fun classes and playing with the machines, the new machines as well. So good morning, Miss Linda. Good morning. All right, so Josh is still hanging on. Let's see if I can get him out of there. He can't get away from me. Anyway, so let's carry on. So what was I talking about? Baby Lock Tech. So that worked out, actually. We were talking about Ramble. That's what we were talking about. So anyway, sign up for Ramble. We have a couple spots left. We might add more, but we haven't decided that yet. We'll just see if there's more interest. We have a feeling when we go to Quilt Fest and we hang that quilt, because it's a stunner. It from what I've done already, I love it. And I can't wait to see how Farron quilts it, because Farron's going to be quilting it. By the way, Farron, you're going to be quilting that. So it's going to be really pretty. So I think we're going to add more spots anyway. So anywho, all right. So what else I got on my list? New fabric. I got new fabric. Good morning, Angelina. How are you? So I don't know. I love Tula, but I also love Allison Glass. She's like my second #1 favorite designer. I'm actually working on a personal project where I'm doing a weekly block sew along, and I've been using on my Allison Glass fabric, and I'm so excited. She's done a line with just it's like what she call it? She calls it Whisper, but it's like low volume. That's the word I was thinking of. Low volume print. So it's mainly white, but then it has all these other colors. I don't have long arms like Josh, so I have to stretch. These are in Palm Coast. Now, St. Augustine also has some Allison Glass, the fat quarters and pre-cuts, I think, up there, like 10-inch squares. So we have a little bit of Allison Glass in both places. I don't think we have any on the bolt. Doesn't mean we can't get it because this is one of her reordables for the next year. But I just love it. So if you are looking for whites with some pop of just a little, not even pop, but like a whisper of color, hence the name, we have these great fat quarters. And I think there's, let's see how many fat quarters are in here. Well, it doesn't say, it's a mystery. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 10, 2, 4, 6. 26 fat quarters in this bundle. So, and that one's mine. You can't have that one, but there's a couple left, just saying. So we got some other new fabrics. I'm actually kind of excited about this. We got some cool things from Andover. That's why this is all Andover fabric. We got some new stuff that I'm going to let Josh show next week when he comes back. Well, there you go, Linda. We have low volume now. This is, if you guys are familiar with Gudrun from GE Designs, she does the stripology ruler. She does a lot of mystery quilts. She does a lot of fun things through her website and through her Facebook. She's got her own fabric here through Andover, and it's mainly textures and blender line. What I really like it's jewel tone. So we didn't get I don't think we got the whole line, but we got, and I didn't bring all the pieces over either. I brought over the light ones and the jewel tones. They're very rich jewel tones. They're not like bright and in your face. I love jewel tones, but I don't want something that's so strong. But this is the texture. You can see this is actually more darker in the camera. It's supposed to be black, and you can see it's kind of got a malted feel to it. So that's a black or charcoal. I'm gonna call that one charcoal. Then we've got this is like a cobalt blue. This one's really pretty. This one's teal. The camera kind of washes all those colors out, but again, come upon Coach, you can see it in person. But this has got teal. But look at the design, has that illusion of a floral print, but there's no. It's not. It's like stippling thread lines or something. It's interesting. Same with this one. And this one's a cool burgundy Merlot color. It actually looks pretty good in the camera. And then my favorite color, purple. And then we have, these are heavy because they came in Friday, I think, Thursday or Friday. Then we have some low volume ones again, but no, they're all tonal. Perfect, because we don't have a lot of, hopefully you can hear me. We don't have a lot of creams and white on whites right now, but these would be a great to add to your stash to do and work with future projects. So really cool. These are all in Palm Coast. Josh and I were talking about coming up to San Augustine and doing a live show so we can do more fabric showing from there because they have lots of new fabrics. So all right. And then I found this really cute little pattern. Kim must have ordered this right before she left, just because I like to share all the new stuff. This is a pattern called Gifted, and it is another new postcard pattern. Now, it looks very similar to this one, which is a table runner. So we have two of them. If you're thinking about the holidays, you need to think of something to make up. Here you go. We've got some new patterns for you to look at. And we've got more. These are the ones I found quickly this morning as I was preparing for the show. So, yeah, I really like the new blenders, Teresa. They're really pretty. And like I said, they're very rich in jewel tones, but they're not so bright. They're not so vibrant. So they're I won't say muted. They're not muted, but they're pretty. Thank you for saying that. Let me ask one more question before I dive into this week's promotion. Speaking of color palettes, see, I did plan this out a little bit. I thought a little bit ahead. What's your go-to color palette, or do you just mix things up at each project? What's your go-to color palette? I'll be honest, my favorite color is purple. It is not my go-to palette. I do like using a dark background, like a black or charcoal and navy, and bright colors. I don't pick a palette per se. I just like to be totally different pretty much with every project. But I don't think I have but one purple quilt. And when you look at my stash, I don't have a lot of purple in my stash. I know it's not weird. I think it's weird. Well, I'm weird. So there you go. Who came in? And I said good morning.
Me.
Okay, it's Nancy. Just making sure. I hear noise behind me. So you can come over and say hi. All right. In my purple error right now. So Cindy has different errors and not error. You guys know what I mean. I need more coffee. Depends on the pattern. Blues. Yeah, Jody, I know personally that she likes a lot of beachy teals and turquoises, so and corals. All right, so just to keep them, just a reminder of our last week of August. This is our weekly promotions. Take a friend to class. We've had several people taken this opportunity to do this. It's been a lot of fun. You sign up for a class with the friend, and you get $10 in store credit after you've both taken that class. You do have to sign up together. And you can either do by phone or in person at either location. You can't do it on the website. We can't go back in and fix that. Sorry. That's why we're keeping track. The credit will be applied to after you've taken the class. You must remind staff because it's harder for us to track. So just, if you want that $10, just remind us. And people are, so that's good. Yeah, you. And you get no credit if the class is canceled or refunded. Just the basics. And just remember, it's on creative classes. So it's not your sewing studios, not your mastery classes, on the creative classes to earn the $10. That's $10. Come on. Sign up with a friend. Fat Quarter Fridays, $3 each. Does not include bundles, but it does include any fat quarters that we have pre-cut. Accessory of the month last week. So if we do not have this foot in stock at either location for your machine, we will order it and give you the discount. What was that called? A rain check or something? So the accessory of the month is the hammer foot. And I have number 61, 62, 64 through 69 for the Bernina side house. And the hammer foot, it looks the same, pretty similar on all three brands. You remember we carry Janome, Baby Lock, and Bernina. And it has a little curly Q thing on it because it basically rolls the hem of your foot, or rolls the hem of your edge as you're stitching. And then also the leather roller foot. So if you are working with thicker things, and especially leather or thicker vinyl, that's another foot that's great to have, especially if you're a bag maker. Those are also 25% off the rest of this week. And then next month, we have a whole new stuff. So next Monday, which is Labor Day, we'll have a whole new set of stuff for September. I can't believe September's here. Almost here. So I'm purple, and I'm surprised by that. I'm so surprised, and that you like purple. Most of your stuff's in purple. Leah says pattern, the main fabric, usually light background. Nice. Thanks for responding, everybody. That was fun. I thought it was fun for you guys to engage. And I think we should do that more often. Right. Okay, well, that's my spiel. Hey, it's 9:30. I know I talk really fast. You could always go back and rewatch, especially on YouTube, and slow me down. And it doesn't help that I don't have anybody to banter off with today. So Josh will be back later this week, and I should be back on Saturday morning for a study hall, and I'll do it live this week because I'll have a partner or somebody to engage with. So if you have any questions, you know how to reach us. Leave a comment. Don't forget, we will go back, or you can call any one of the locations. I think that's it. You guys have a great week. Thank you, Leah. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Cindy said it. I saw it and I did not say it. So this week's word is anthem. Anthem is one of the new Baby Lock machines, so I thought that would be appropriate. So anthem is the word of the week. So thank you, Cindy, for letting me know and reminding me. Cindy likes to get that extra ticket. If you don't know what that's about, you pay in cash at either locations. We normally give you a ticket. But if you know the code word, which is anthem, you will get 2 tickets into the Cash Pig, which we will draw next Monday. $25 gift card for both either or both locations. We do 2, one for each location. So thanks so much, Cindy, for saying that. All right, you guys have a great week, and I will see you Saturday. And come by and say hi to everybody. Live to create.